evening, everyone. My name is Diana, and I'm the president of WorldSurfers Public Speaking Club. It is a part of an international organization called Toastmasters International, and there are about 16,000 clubs all over the world. We're one of them. First of all, I would like to ask again, who is here for the first time? Well, I can see the faces. Yeah, please guys, come on stage. We will welcome you all. Don't be afraid. Today we don't have this huge audience, so there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people to laugh at you only. It's okay. Okay, sorry. Kidding. All right, so I have 2 questions for you guys. First question, what's your name? Second question, why are you here? Okay, can we start from this side, please?
Yeah, sure. My name is Tolia. I'm 26. And my friend Pavel, which is also my colleague, he told me about this club. He attended your meetings for maybe a year. And I think I lack public speech skills, even in Russian. I don't speak much. I'm not good at speaking. I'm much better at reading something, listening to something. So I'd like to have more practice and to be more like more confident in my speaking skills. So that's why I'm here.
That's a good reason. May I ask you, what's the name of your friend, Pavel what?
Meisterov.
Pavel Meisterov. Okay, he's one of the WorldSurfers here, of the members. Great. I'll say thank you to him. Thank you. Your turn.
My name is Tatiana. I'm here to improve my English and much more higher level. And simple, I went already here in American Center of Culture on the other format of discussion, and I want to look inside what's your Toastmasters club, and English I need for future education additional and for future work also.
Okay, great, awesome.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alina. I'm 25. Unfortunately, I don't speak in English very well because I don't have a lot of practice in English, and I decided to come here to understand maybe level of my English.
Okay, well, I think your level is pretty good. You're not thinking about your words. I didn't know.
Better than most people who claim they're good at it.
I'd say that, definitely.
So, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Yulia. I am sitting here. I am not speak English, как сказать правильно. Короче, я вообще по-английски плохо разговариваю. Для меня это новое.
And you are here because you can say that in Russian. It's okay.
Я хочу узнать, как вообще проходит. Я была на русском, как бы, тот мастер, и хочу узнать английский.
Златоуст.
Чтобы с ними, да, все верно.
Понятно. Спасибо. In English now.
Hi, yeah, I was given it in English. I'm Ivan. I'll keep my age confidential for those who are interested. They can ask later. And I'm going to present because I'm already a part of one other club, so I know Toastmasters already a little bit.
Yeah, great. And where are you from?
Germany.
Do you speak any Russian?
I do, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Well, we're going to be speaking English here, don't worry.
Okay.
Well, please give a round of applause for our newcomers. Please, guys, take your seats. What you're going to see now is a series of prepared speeches. Well, we have 2 prepared speeches today. The speakers have prepared them beforehand, have been practicing them, hopefully for some time. And after that, we will have a break, after which we will have a table topic session. What's a table topic session? It is when everybody can improvise. And for that session, I would ask our newcomers, so the people who have already been on the stage, to come on the stage again to continue practicing your public skills from the first meeting. But that's coming up. Don't worry, you have time to relax for now. And now I would like to announce one rule about mobile phones. Please, 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 guys, switch them off or just put them on silent, because we can't disturb the speakers on the stage. And now I would like to give the stage to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Dmitry Trapeznikov. Thank you.
Dear Madam President, dear fellow members and guests, dear newcomers, my name is Dmitry. I'm the Toastmaster of today. The role of Toastmaster is to present people who come to the stage, to present the speakers with their speeches, which you will listen to a little bit later, and also to create the mood of the evening. And from time to time, Toastmaster choose a certain topic and makes all the presentations aligned and somehow connected. And today I chose a topic, hospitality. Why I chose it? I chose it because, first of all, I still has a great impression after the World Cup, which was in Russia this summer, because for me it was kind of a surprise that we had these events so successfully, and that we were very hospitable to people, to guests who came from all over the world. And the third reason why I chose this topic is the fact that in a week, actually a bit less, these weekends, we'll have a great international event, International Toastmaster Conference, which will take place in Moscow. And I hope that we will successfully be hosts for our foreign guests, kind of famous and also experienced Toastmaster who will come to Moscow to share the experience with us. And what is more, these weekends I was a host myself, because a son of my parents' friends, who is from Petrozavodsk, came to Moscow, and I didn't know my parents' friends, and I didn't know this guy, but I was his host for the weekends, and I tried to be very hospitable to him, and actually I enjoyed the moment to, to buy some additional food, to show him Moscow a little bit. So I think that hospitality is a very, very great thing which can raise your mood and also raise the mood of people who you host. And Toastmaster is definitely the place where hospitality is a very, very high level, because I saw how Madam President welcomed all the guests, and as it was said, they are all welcome to the table topic session. And what is more, we will have the break, the pause, and I hope there will be some cookies, something to drink. Yeah, so we will show, WorldSurfers will show their hospitality. We are here also guests, all of us, and also WorldSurfers, because the library gives us this place. And unfortunately, the library can give us this place for eternity, because it closes at 8 o'clock. No, at 8:45, yeah, sorry. That is why we have some time limits for people who will come to this stage, and some timing rules. And to share with you these timing rules, I would like to invite to the stage Artur Tuzbekov, our timer of the day.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters, dear guests. Today I'm a timer. My name is Artur, and I'm responsible for time of each speech, because we have very strict time rules, especially in that venue. And despite that theme of our meeting, hospitality, I couldn't give you any additional time, and we have speeches, the longest one up to 7 minutes, and during those table topic session it's up to 3 minutes. And in order to show our speakers that they reach the first boundary of their time limit, I will show the green sign, then when they have only 1 minute to stop, I will show the yellow one, and when they have to stop immediately, I will show the red one, and after that they have to stop and finish their speech. Thank you very much. And at the end of the speech, at the end of our meeting, I will give my report.
Thank you very much, Arthur. I hope it's now quite clear about timing. And I want to say that here in Toastmasters, what we do, especially this is information for the newcomers. We here follow the educational programs and educational system of Toastmasters International. Toastmasters International provide the special educational materials, manuals, and now they are in additional form on this Toastmasters site, which help you to develop your public speaking skills and also your leadership skills. And here today we have 2 speakers who are following this educational program. And the first speaker is delivering his project from Pathways Toastmaster Educational Program from the path which is called Effective Coaching. Yeah. And our first speaker is actually our guest from Germany, and I hope that we are here in Toastmaster quite hospitable to him, and I hope that he finds Moscow very, very hospitable professionally and leisure-wise. And now, Ivan Tsirnogatic with his project, What Would I Say If?
It caught me a little bit by surprise because I thought I would be third. Okay. Okay. Set up a couple of things here. Okay, and this goes like this, right? Perfect. Okay. Yes, I'm going to talk about my communication style, and to prepare for that, I had to fill out a little questionnaire, and this questionnaire tells you what communication style you have. And you have 4 different communication styles. And I'm going to, as I deliver my speech, run you through what's going to happen here, so don't worry. First of all, I want to draw your attention to the different communication styles, because I immediately want to tell you what we're talking about. There's 4 of them. Number 1 is the direct communicator. I wrote here, no BS. Those who know English very well know that is a, yeah, I get some nods here. There's no fluff, yeah? This person gets straight to the point. This person wants facts and solutions and no long explanations. Number 2 is the analytical communicator. This person wants facts and figures and wants explanations and solutions. And again, this needs to be based on facts and figures. Number 3, the supportive communicator. Now here we're talking about a little bit something different, yeah? This person wants to express himself. This person wants to feel safe as part of their communication. And hold on. Number 4, the initiating communicator, yeah? This person wants first a little bit of small talk before they actually get to the point, yeah, before they actually start communicating. Now, why did I tell you all of this? My speech is called What Would I Say If? And I thought long and hard about how I could draft this speech, and I came to the following conclusion. I'm going to now deliver like a little mini speech inside my speech. And it's what would I say if I were the American president and a recession was about to hit us. And after my mini speech, I want you to tell me what my communication style is. My fellow Americans, you know the situation is very dire. I want to get straight to the point. we are all in this together. I don't want to look for scapegoats right now. We are all to blame, you and me. Our situation is looking really bad. We are looking at $16 trillion of debts. It's a figure with 12 zeros. Too long we have focused on the wrong things. Too long we have been sidetracked by little issues. We have been divided by stuff that is not important. I have put together a package of measures, short-term and long-term. I will tell you about these measures in an extra press conference. But for now, I want you to support us and our measures because we're all in this together. Now, what do you think? Which communication style was that? It was how I would do it. Obviously super short, yeah, like if you hit a recession, it's going to be a little bit longer, yeah, the person or the president isn't going to mention 2 brief points and then be like, okay, rest in an extra press conference, but I had to cut it short for the...
Could you
for the
remind
segment.
the types?
Exactly, yeah, so the types are direct, no BS, facts and figures, no long explanations. Analytical, this person is well organized and communicates his information with numbers. The third one is the supportive communicator. He wants to express his concerns, needs to feel safe, so this person really needs to a little bit of a run-up to communication. That's actually the direct opposite of the direct communicator. And the fourth one is the initiating communicator. This person is someone who needs a little bit of small talk before they actually start really getting to the meat of it. What do you think? Me as president, what kind of communication style? Yeah?
A direct.
Direct, yeah.
communicator.
What else? I have 2. I scored high on 2 and very low on 2 others.
And you have some numbers also.
Sorry? Analytical, exactly. So I scored 5 and 5 on the 2 initial ones and 1 and 1 on the 2 other ones. Yeah, exactly. That's why I put the number because I needed to hammer home the point here. Because otherwise I thought it would be not really clear. Yes, and lastly, I want to talk about the impact of my communication style. Now, I personally found, like for the real president, yeah, if you have a very direct communication style, because the actual president, he's also very direct, for better or worse, it's polarizing. And me personally, I like that. I like to be polarizing, and thank God Dennis is here today because he's also a person with a very direct, in my opinion, very direct communication style, also very polarizing. And I think it's better to be polarizing than not to be noticed. Yeah? And I would prefer to be polarizing because that evokes emotions in other people, and then that has also been my personal experience when I communicate with other people. Yeah, very rarely they feel indifference towards me. Sometimes they feel, well, love or attraction, or they like me, and sometimes they feel repelled by me. Yeah, and for me that's okay. And I think that's actually better to be polarizing than not to be remembered. I want to leave you, for the lack of a better conclusion, with the following. I think a person's communication style is really a reflection of who they are, yeah? So if you like to be, let's say, in the back row, yeah, and you like to be not to be noticed, that's okay. But if you want to be someone who wants to be noticed, yeah, and if you are someone who thinks or who wants to make an impact, you really should be maybe a little bit more polarizing, and you should also adapt your communication style.
Ivan, thank you very much. Traditionally in the WorldSurfers Club, we have 1 minute for people, for guests and members, to evaluate the speaker, to give their feedback to him or her. Him today, because we have 2 islands. And to do this, you have QR codes here on the agendas. Or if you are not very familiar with QR codes, you have the link on the other side of the agenda. The second link, evaluate speakers at worldsurfers.ru/evaluate. So please, 1 minute for this. Mr. Timer, Artur, please, 1 minute. Okay, that's it. That's it for now. And to show myself as an analytical speaker, I would like to put a figure here. 6.8. 6.8 millions of people came to Russia as guests during the World Cup of 2018. And World Cup won't be possible here in Russia without volunteers, people who help to organize the event. And in Toastmaster clubs, we also have volunteers, and basically each Toastmaster club is based on the help of volunteers, of people who organize every meeting. This is our president, definitely, Diana. This is also our secretary, Ivan. Also, a certain amount of vice presidents. Arthur, you're one of them, right? Yeah. So without these people, no meetings could happen. And these people help to create this hospital atmosphere here. And now, one of these people will make a speech. And it will be also a Pathways educational program, path which is called Persuasive Influence. And the title of the project by Ivan Shilyaev is The Journey. Please welcome Ivan Shilyaev.
So I think in every Toastmasters member alive, it occurs a moment when Denis Chechuk is their PE, so I think that my ass will be polarized off today. So, okay, so a cool story time incoming. Imagine 18th century, someone in the middle of nowadays Holland, an old wealthy man is dying. Sorry for him. And he called his son and he said, "Son, my days are over, and I regret of nothing but one thing." So there was a great mystery that I pursued it over my entire life. Somewhere in the middle, in the heart of Africa, there is a valley surrounded by impenetrable mountains and the rainforest. And in that valley, there is a tribe that from the beginning of the humanity, they are the keepers of one of the greatest secrets that humanity ever had. So I want you to find it out. What is it? And that's my last will. And with that words, that man passed away and he left his 20 years old son with his fortune, because he was wealthy, and with his diary, with his notes. The young man started to research the topic, and he started being obsessed with this topic. He started to gather any drop of information. And after 10 years of research, he finally figured out that the starting point of his journey should be nowadays Mozambique, somewhere in that place. So he gathered a team, he hired a team, he rented a ship, and I'm speaking about 18th century, so it was a daily affair at that time. And they started their journey, so they started from the North Sea, they slided down towards the west of Africa, then they passed the Cape of Good Hope. And after 2 years, they finally hit the ground of Mozambique. Half of the team were dead because of disease, because of the pirates' attacks, because of all sorts of misfortune. And this second half just refused to go further with him because the journey was too dangerous. The man found himself in the middle of nowhere in Africa, without any friends, without any resources. And the only thing that he had was his notes, the maps, and his hope ultimately. So he decided to continue his trip. He started to ask the native people about whether they do know something about this tribe, if they heard something, but no one wanted to help the white devil. He was almost desperate, and after several months of searchings, finally one old man decided to help him to show the way towards the hidden valley in exchange to his watch and his father's ring. And also he mentioned that he's not concerned that he's revealing the greatest secret of his people, because no one ever came back alive from that valley, and that man for surely will die there. So for several weeks they were just wading through the jungle,